Springfield has a huge one today with a lot of people in Central Illinois going there, teams, coaches, community members, what have you. I didn't feel like that was in our best. I just didn't feel like that was best for us. I thought we could have our own right here on the courthouse square with us and our people, and we could try and make some noise from our own little place in the world right here, as opposed to going and being around all those people and just trying to limit numbers. And I really do appreciate you coming. You have no idea how much we appreciate you coming and supporting our kids. High school athletics, as well as everything, I believe, when it comes to young people in communities like this, are extremely important. They're avenues out. They're avenues to be successful and come back. They're avenues to learn to be leaders. They're avenues to become better people. And I think right now our young people are missing the point of those things. I want to thank our administration. We have unbelievable support from our administration, as Coach Tar alluded to. And I also want to make sure that this isn't just about, this is certainly not a political rally. We're not getting involved in that. And I also want to make it very clear that I understand that COVID has become very real. It's real globally. I understand that. I understand people have lost loved ones. I understand people have been sick. And we're not trying to minimize that in any way, shape, or form. We get that. What we're saying is, we want to go on. Our young people want to go on. They're willing to do the things that they have to do. Wear masks, go through COVID checks, have their temperatures taken, social distance. They're willing to do all the things that they have to do for an opportunity to play. This whole thing started on March 12th, if you go back. And originally it was 2 weeks to flatten the curve. We were going to flatten the curve for 2 weeks. And we had some really good athletic teams. We had a softball team that was getting ready to maybe be the best softball team in the history of this school. And it had nothing to do with me, I promise you that. Those kids lost the opportunity to play because we were going to flatten the curve. We were going to wait 2 more weeks. We were going to wait a month. And it's just not athletically, I understand that. We lost graduations. We lost proms. We lost Mayfates. We lost dramas. We lost plays. We lost musicals. We've lost a lot of different things. The kids have been, they've had things taken from them nonstop. And it's to the point where if we don't stand up at some point in time, how long are they going to continue to just take from our kids? And I know when I decided to do this and not go to Springfield, and some of our coaches had the idea of let's just do it here. I understand full and well that when you step out on the ledge and you try to do something like this, anytime you try to raise awareness or try to do something honorable or noble, you set yourself up for criticism. And I get that and I understand that. And I'm okay with that. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters to me when I go home and lay my head down at night is that I know I've done every single thing I can for the kids in this town, the school in this town, and the community people in this town to go forward and give us the chance to do the things that we all love and do. Again, the other side of this is our administration's done an unbelievable job. They've navigated waters that no one's ever had to navigate before. We're back in person. We're in school setting. We're there 5 days a week. We're social distancing. We're wearing masks. We're going through it. We're not having problems and spikes. If we're able to go to school and do those things, why can't we continue to do those same things and resume playing sports and having extracurricular activities? Those are the things we want to make awareness about today. We have a couple of players, and before I go on to them, I also understand if we were to resume play, there are risks. We get that. There's risks our administration, Board of Education took by putting us back in person setting in school. It's part of it. There's risks in everything we do in life. We understand the nature of the risks when we play sports. That's why there's an ambulance at every high school football game in the country on Friday night. We get that. That's a parent choice. The parents allow kids whether or not they want them to play. They give them the option. So we understand that there'll be risks, and we're willing to take those risks. At least the families here that have let their kids continue to go on and be in contact days, you're all willing to let your kids to risk this. So we're asking the state that they let us do that. I think the most difficult thing was 4 weeks ago when I drove home from South Vermillion. I went and watched their opening week 1 football game, and there's 2,000 people in the stands and the band playing and running out of the tunnel, and it's electric. And I'm driving home and I'm thinking, 15 miles from my house, the world's somewhat normal, and not here. We have to do something. We have to make awareness. We have to rally the troops somehow, some way, to try and get the people who are in charge to give us our normalcy back. I got some players that have done an unbelievable job through this entire process. Every single day they show up, they take their temperatures, they answer questions, they social distance, they put their masks on, they go to work, they do all the things we've asked them to do that have given us the chance to be successful over the last few years. They're still doing those things today, except they're not getting the opportunity to play the game. And I'm going to introduce a junior to come up and speak on behalf of our football team and behalf of really the athletes in general about going through the process and not getting to play and what it would mean to play. An offensive defensive lineman for us, junior Logan Bartley.
I was going to say a lot of stuff, but Coach basically said everything I was going to say. But one thing I just want to touch on is growing up in Paris, you know, a lot of us is a battle of opportunity. Every day, we just ask for an opportunity in everything we do. And whether it's waking up, doing something, you know, have an opportunity, we take it. So we're honestly just asking for an opportunity from the governor, and let us play. We've done everything we asked. Wore our masks, social distance. You guys ever tried wearing a mask during a 20 for 20 in basketball? Like, we've done that. Whether we like it or not, we did it, and we're just asking, give an opportunity, and we'll show up. Thank you.
I think them getting the opportunity is the most important thing. I think that's all we're asking for. If something were to happen and it were not to be able to continue to go on, at least then we would know. But just standing on the sideline, sitting next to the bench, and not having the opportunity to try and prove, or at least try. It's not in our DNA to not try. It's not who we are. We're Paris. It's in our DNA to try and go forward and try and beat this thing. Our next speaker plays volleyball. She's a senior. She's a whale of a player. Again, another athlete at this point in time who's missing out on her senior season, Emma Pinkston.
Hi, first of all, I would like to say thank you all for coming and showing your support. It means a lot. I know all of us, especially the seniors, we would really do anything to have our senior season. I know, like, our senior class is very competitive, and we haven't finished yet, and we would really like to have that last year just to show what we can do. It would just mean a lot for us to finish. I mean, it wouldn't feel right to leave Paris without having that last year. And all the athletes, it's really important for all of us to have a season this year. Missing out for the spring athletes again would be terrible, honestly. I know that it is possible to do everything we can to get a season. We've been wearing masks all summer. I know it's hard for volleyball. I can't imagine basketball and football, especially, wearing masks, doing all of that, but we have shown that it is possible to continue and be able to play and be able to do the things that we enjoy. I just think it's very important that we do get this opportunity to play and just to keep wearing our masks and doing everything that we can, and just ask that the state will give us back what we do best. Thank you.
Good job, Emma.
Okay, real quick, just so everyone's aware, when we started this thing this summer, there were a lot of question marks about whether or not we were going to resume and have the opportunity to play, and we were given contact days and went back to the weight room and were able to start doing some things outside with our sports groups and our teams. And then all of a sudden July hit, and it looked like the reality of having a season wasn't going to happen. And I do want to clear this up, because while I haven't always agreed with everything they've done in the past, the IHSA in Bloomington, I think, has done an unbelievable job in trying to move us forward. I think they're doing everything they can in terms of communication with state government to try and give us the opportunity to play at some point in time. At that point in July, they put together a calendar that obviously is unlike anything we've ever experienced in terms of the seasons, the length of seasons, the order of seasons, what have you. We're going to start basketball here coming December 2nd. Football is going to start on February 15th, April 19th, and I shouldn't say that. I should say winter sports, fall sports, spring sports coming April 19th. It's a calendar that makes really no sense, but it's the best thing that they can do, and they've presented that for us. So I think sometimes a lot of people, whether it be on social media or in conversation, I think it's human nature to try and bash or crush or kill the IHSA, when I really truly believe the IHSA has done everything they possibly can for us to give us an opportunity to play. With that being said, I think it's very, very important that we continue to rally the troops and raise awareness, because that calendar isn't in concrete. That calendar, what we've all bought hook, line, and sinker that we're really going to go play, that's really what's happening on those dates. Those things have never been approved yet by IDPH and the government. That's just a calendar out there that's kind of given us hope. So I think it's important, while we've all bought that hook, line, and sinker and think that is the deal, that's what's happening, that's what we're hopeful for, but I think we have to continue in some way, shape, or form to put pressure on people to make sure that that does in fact happen for us and our young people. To wrap things up, and before I do, I want to thank Ernie Board for coming up and flying the flags. I want to thank Chip for bringing the semi down, and again, I want to thank the members of the press for being here. I want to thank our administration for being here, and I want to thank all of you for being here to support us. I'm going to bring up our boys basketball coach, Chase Brinkley.
Thank you, Coach, and thank you everybody that's here and supporting us and trying to be a voice to let our boys play. That's the main thing. These kids deserve to play. Boys and girls, everybody deserves to play. They've been putting in the work, they've been putting in the effort, whether it's been the Zoom calls whenever this started on March 12th, into our contact days, into our summers. They've been wearing masks, they've been doing the temperature checks, they've been writing down little forms on if they've had any symptoms. Everything that coaches has alluded to, these kids have been doing it. All right? And it's helped me. I mean, it's really made me think about my senior year and how it affected everything up to this point and where I've gotten to, where I stand today. My senior season, I didn't have any colleges looking at me. My senior season comes, I got Olney Central to come look at me, and that led to everything, every step of the way, where for me to be here right now. And these boys and these kids it can help them. Right? If we are loud, and we don't want it to stop right now. So what I'm going to do, I want this rally to continue. So if you guys can bring out your phones or bring out a pencil and paper, I want you to make your voices heard to our local officials and our state officials. And I'm going to give you the website right now. It's illinoispolicy.org/maps. That way you can continue this rally and continue your voice for these kids. Coach, I leave it to you. We'll chime the school song, and you guys are free to go. But we appreciate everybody being here and showing support for these kids. Thank you.
Hey, we gotta get big. Rebound. No, I don't. I won't. Shout out. Hey, bring it in. Hey, Loud and Proud, you play ball! I want to put my head up. Bring it to the line. Hey, you guys want to get a big old picture? Oh, okay, let's go. Come
Okay, I got it.
My grade. How did you guys do?
Will? Yeah. 50 right there.
I think this is perfect though. Let everyone have a chance to get in on it. Yes, yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Good job, Coach.
Yeah. This is a perfect kind of rally that you just see in model. Yeah.
Very good.